Boxing UK, and I'm joined by Mikey McKinson. Not our usual face-to-face down in Portsmouth, but we've made it happen one way or another.
Yeah, how are you, Rakim? Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm doing good. Weather's getting a bit colder, so it's a bit harder to make it down to Portsmouth, but we find a way. How's training going for you?
Training's going well. Obviously, staying nice and active. I fought in Bournemouth the week before Christmas, so I had 3 weeks of not even thinking about boxing. Not even. I had a busy year last year. I had basically like 3 long camps last year. 3 hard fights. So we took 3 weeks off over Christmas. Back at it now. Things are going well.
A well-deserved rest period for a very busy year, but you're straight back onto it. I see that you're fighting on March the 18th, and you're fighting out in Rome, Italy. Explain to us how that one came about.
Um, they're big fights that can happen for me, but it's all about timing, isn't it? It's looking like that. Hopefully, there can be some big fights in the summer. Um, but in the meantime, I didn't want to just sit without a date. My teammate and close friend Harley Hodgetts was fighting out in Italy, so I said to my team, "Is it a good idea for me to jump on the show just to stay nice and warm, stay nice and active, as a little investment to myself?" And um, we're making it happen. Making it happen. Opponent to be confirmed. I know there's a couple of good records, um, but nothing completely confirmed yet. But my head's down, working away, and I'm excited for another busy year.
I always feel when you fight overseas, there's always a small thrill to it. Personally, as a fighter, there's just a bit more intrigue than fighting in your home country. But surely at this point of your career, with all the options, all the networks coming around, you could have got a fight in the UK. Why would you choose to fight over in Italy when back in home country, the UK?
Who in the UK wants it with me? Like, you know what I mean? There's only a few names in the UK that is beneficial for me. Only a few names in the UK that's beneficial for me. Obviously, if it, like people that know me, I do spend most of my camps. I spend a little bit of time out in Rome, regardless. So we've got a good relationship with the guys out there. Um, so it's just really for me to stay active. I had a busy year last year, and we want to continue that that busy, active McKinson it was last year. So yeah, obviously I don't like fighting opponents with bad records, as you know. So I've said it. I want somebody with a decent record, um, somebody to make me work, and then put me in a good stead for a big fight in the summer. Whether that will be a big British name, whether that will be out in the States, and stuff like that. But for me, it's to stay nice and busy.
So the opponent that you'll be fighting on the 18th, will it be a top 20 ranked opponent?
I don't know. It'll be somebody with a half decent record, um, but I doubt it'll be a top 20 opponent. Um, we'll see. We'll see. But my team's on the case at the moment.
And going on to, of course, potential and future opponents, over the weekend, two of your rivals, Echo Esteban and Chris Congo, fought for the British title. Echo Esteban coming off the winner. Did you see that fight? And if so, what did you think of it?
Of course. I kind of was semi right with my prediction. I was semi right with my prediction. I actually messaged when the fight got announced. I messaged Echo. Actually, I was rooting for Echo. He's a nice lad that goes about his work the right way. Very respectful. I think Chris Congo acts like somebody who's not in the build up to a big fight. Because personally, he's a nice, quiet lad, but he don't look it when he's in the build up the fight. He talks a lot, don't he? I messaged Echo and I said this and a few of the interviews I did in the build up, I thought Chris would take the lead. He'll win the first.
So, of course, yourself is a top level welterweight. He, I would say, is possibly the number two welterweight in Britain. That could be a fight potentially down the line that makes sense for both of you guys. Would that be something you're willing to take?
Of course, I went to Twitter straight away and said, I'm here for a summer showdown. You can't call yourself domestic king at 147 until you've beat me. You know, I'm the man to beat in the UK to claim that title. And, you know, out of the two of them, as long as I'm super fit, I have no problems with Ekaisman. I think Chris Congo would be a trickier fight for me out of the two. You know, but I'm happy for Echo, and if he wants to really be king domestically, then he's got to go through me.
Just talking of future fights and showdowns in the summer, of course, last time out you fought for Boxer. Boxer are looking to do another show in the summer in Bournemouth with CBS headlining. That could be something you see yourself on. Of course, Echo Esmond isn't with Boxer, but if Boxer were to offer you an opportunity to fight Chris Congo in Bournemouth, would that be something you're interested in?
Depending on what's on offer for me, you know, does it benefit me? Does it benefit my career? If he was to win the weekend, possibly. Um, but before that, he had a belt that I'd won 5 years ago. Unless I'm getting paid double of what I got paid when I beat him nearly 2 years ago, then is it really worth it? Don't get me wrong, I love what they do for the South Coast. They've really brought massive shows, big time boxing down to the South Coast. And Bournemouth, I'm only 55 minutes down the road from Bournemouth, so I would obviously jump at the opportunity to box on another one of their cards. But only if it's worth it for me. I've done enough in boxing to be like to get what I deserve. You know, I had a big year last year, and now we're on the rise again to reach the top and just see what comes my way. See what my team, my dad, K4 Global, they're looking after me. So whatever they think, whatever route they think's beneficial to me, we'll take.
So just to confirm, currently you're not in contract with any promotional company. You're a free agent. You'll go where the money is.
Yep,
You'll do where the offer is right.
exactly. I'll do what's best for me.
It's nice to be at a point in your career where you can actually say, you know what, I don't need to be tied to anything. I will do what's generally best for me. Nothing tie me down. It's a bidding war.
Don't need to rush into anything. Like, like, like it'd be different if I was down the rankings and stuff like that. But I'm sitting at the top of the tree domestically. I'm the man to beat. If these domestic fighters, if these domestic fighters think they're the best in the UK, they got to go through me first. You know, they do. But there's only a few names in Britain that would be actually worth it for me. You know, they would be the Echo Esserman, the Conor Benns, the Florian Marcus, David Avanesyan. You know, whatever he's doing next. Congo, he's coming off a loss. Does that benefit me? Who knows?
Just on to another name there, David Avanesyan. Of course, he came short for a world title fight against Terence Crawford for the WBO. I'm sure he'll be looking to get himself back in the mix. He's another fight who I think potentially would make sense. You're trying to step back up toward level. He's trying to bounce himself back up toward level. It's a good crossroads fight.
Yeah, it'd have to be something would have to be worth it though to fight somebody like that. You know, I think I'll beat David Avanesyan. I know I can. But it's out of all of them the names in Britain, he would be the hardest by a mile. Um, so we will see if that's offered to me. You know the answer. You know the answer. I've never been one to shy away from a test. Like I said, people can't go, oh, he avoids this guy, he avoids this guy. I went to Texas to fight Virgil Ortiz. You know, I walked into a cauldron of Mexicans and Texans abusing and booing me, and I left to cheers and applause. So, you know, anyone's like, as long as it's worth it, McKinson will always say yes. But now, if it's only if it's worth it.
And just talk, of course, we've covered the predominantly most of the UK welterweight. There's one name in particular. I'm not sure whether he's active or inactive. I'm not sure whether he's able to fight or not able to fight. Old nemesis Conor Ben. Of course, there's still a lot of speculation around his name. Would that be a fight you'd be willing to take, or would you step away from that in that you wouldn't be sure of your safety or health due to what's going on outside the ring?
If I'm being truthful, Rakim, positive or negative tests, regardless, I beat Conor Ben. I do, and I've said it for a long time. But who knows what's going on with him at the moment, and if he's going to be back to fight. Like I know there's a lot of rumours that he's going to be fighting soon, etc. And he's training quite hard, but that's not really for me to comment on. He's got a lot to prove, I think, and he's always going to have that. What's happened, regardless if it comes back that he's innocent, it's always going to be tarnished on his name. I believe, but good luck to him and whatever he does next. People know I'm the man to beat in the division. So let them talk about me.
I just one top point I wanted to talk on. Back to your fight, March the 18th in Rome. When you went out when you went out to America the first time round, you brought at least 50 people strong with you, 50 people from Portsmouth strong with you to the United States of America. Now, of course,
I think it was more than. I think it was more than that. I think it was more than that. But that was like for me, that was the most proud moment of my career when I couldn't sell 30 tickets in my hometown of Portsmouth when I first turned pro. I couldn't sell 30 tickets, and when I went to LA, there was probably at least 60 people flew over, and there's a picture that I've got of when there
everyone's
was
walking
probably
with
about
t-shirts.
30, yeah, there's about 30 of us walking to my weigh-in and all wearing matching t-shirts, and I was leading the way for 30 people that flew in from Portsmouth to support me. It was such a proud feeling, so we've got an ever-growing support. The last few years have been a bit crazy, where it's been the pandemic, so they couldn't come to watch me. When I came back, I fought in Gibraltar. They couldn't watch me. Eddie's Garden, they couldn't watch me. The most I've had to support me is probably LA, when I fought in LA, because the one before Christmas, I wasn't on the card for ages. I only found out 2 weeks before, the week before Christmas. I don't know how many actually came out for that. They were pretty noisy in the crowd, but with time, close to home, I reckon I'd be a massive ticket seller now.
The question's got
You
to be,
know,
if you can do
uh,
50 plus in America, how many do you think you can do in Italy?
yeah,
Not too far, Ryanair flight.
I've got a few of my close ones flying out. To be honest, me and Harley are both on the card. Like Harley Hodgetts, yeah, it's crazy. I've known him a long time. He's one of my closest friends. We boxed together as an amateur. He retired for a bit. He became an adult, retired for a bit, and then he joined me. He turned pro a couple of years ago. I think is he 3 or 4-0? 4-0 maybe? Yeah. And the last time we fought on the same card was in the Junior ABAs 2012, right? I I lost, he won. I lost and he won. I always remember that. But yeah, it'd be good to fight on the same card as my close one, it'll be good. But it's just exciting. A few people flying over,
I find that was
me staying nice and warm.
I find that with
What's
sentimental.
that?
I find that with sentimental meaning to it. You and an old friend fighting alongside each other, going to a country where
Yeah,
you've got good contact with, you train there, you know the people there, you know the system there. So it's almost a bit
sure.
like a second home from home with people around.
That's it. A bit like Portsmouth for you.
Yeah, just the same thing. It's not my home, but I'm there enough to say I got a pass for that place now.
That's it. That's it. But all exciting times. But these guys all want to talk about fighting each other. They want to fight like everyone's name's mentioned, but really at 147 in the UK, I'm the man. I am. I'm the man to beat. I'll sit at the top of the tree. So hopefully these fights can be made later on in the year, in the summer, later on in the year. If not, we're looking for world names. If not, like I said, there's only a few names domestically. If not, I'm a world class fighter. Put me on that world stage again.
All in due time. Of course, two high profile occasions in America. Kept busy on the boxer show, getting yourself back out there in March. keeping yourself busy, and with Bournemouth doing shows, with Boxer doing shows in Bournemouth, with your name flying about, with Echo Esserman, David Avanesyan out there, Blair Cobbs, Rocha, countless opportunities will be coming in 2023. Thank you for your time, Mike. Is there any last word you'd like to say before we round it off?
Yeah, that's it. All in good time, you know. I've got full faith and confidence in my team. My dad, Michael Ballingall, managing me, as well as Joe from K4 Global, you know, come on board. And my future's still bright over here. My future's still bright over here. And I look forward to my future. I look forward to continuing to take over this division with the backing of these guys. So all in good time, like we say.
All in good time. Well, we'll probably jump on live or something before the fight. And until then, all the best, and I'll see you around.
Nice one, Rakim. Good to speak to you, mate.